Good morning, everyone. Help yourselves to some coffee and donuts. I want to thank our sponsors for 10 minutes of meaning, Becky and Avi Katz and family. In memory of Becky's father, David Grossman, Lidu Nishmas, David ben Menachem Manish, whose neshama should have an aliyah. Last week in Mesilas Yesharim, we left off. The Ramchal told us, reminded us that this world is similar to a dark place. The Ramchal quotes a pasuk in Tehillim that God formed darkness and it's night. Ze olam hazeh, darkness and night, is a reference to this world. The world is a dark place. The world is a hidden place. The world is a complicated place. And if you doubt that, if you wonder if that's true, just look around at all the people who are struggling to navigate their way through the complicated world. It's a dark place in which one can easily trip and stumble and be blocked by the impediments that are in our way. There's a world of people who are in pursuit of happiness and pleasure and meaning and purpose. And they are pursuing happiness, they're running after it because it feels elusive. It's running away. It's a dark place. Says the Ramchal, understand the depth of the insight, the truth of this statement to anyone who really contemplates it. Just think about it again. Empirically, we see in our world that everyone's chasing happiness and seems to be running away. And the people who attain the things they think should make them happy, money, fame, power, wealth, they are the most unhappy. And it's those individuals who are numbing themselves to that unhappiness because they've reached the peak. They have the money, they have the fame, they have the power, they have the celebrity, they have the followers, they have the status, and yet they're empty inside. And so what do? They turn to numbing agents, substances, behaviors, actions, in order to avoid the pain of realizing that you think you have everything and you have nothing. It's a very dark place. It's a very depressing thought. It's a dark world in which happiness is elusive. So what do? Kinei choshech halayla, says the Ramchal, the darkness of light, shnei minei ta'uyos ef shalosh yigram leina adam. When you are walking through the darkness, there's two mistakes you could make. O yechases ha'ayin at shelo yireh ma shelafanav klal. Either the darkness blankets the eyes so you don't see what's in front of you at all. So you're in a dark room, trying to make your way to the other side, or you're outside in a dark area, you're trying to make your way without tripping, falling, without hurting yourself, and you're blinded. You can't see a thing. It's dark. So you're just simply stumbling, groping, struggling your way through the dark. Or, almost worse, is that the darkness tricks you, it fools you, so that you think you see things and they're not really there. The tree you think is a human being. The human being you think is a branch. You start to, figments of your imagination arise, and you think you're seeing an accurate picture of the world, but what you're seeing is really an illusion. What you're seeing doesn't represent the truth at all. Anyone been to the Blind Museum in Tel Aviv? Yeah. It's an amazing, amazing place. Aside from it giving you great empathy for people, and all the guides in there are blind themselves, but it's the darkness of the darkness of the darkness. You can't describe a deeper darkness than what they've produced in there. You can't see. If you hold your hand up to your face, you can't see. And you begin to understand what it means to try to make your way through a dark world. And you literally are you're inching around, taking little mini steps, touching what's in front of you, and your mind is playing tricks on you of what you see or what you think you know or where you can go. It says that Ramchal, that experience of the Blind Museum, Rahman al-Islam, the people who live their lives not just in a museum as blind, we are all blind in that sense. Please God, Pokiach Ivrim, we have the power, the blessing of sight, but we're blind in trying to interpret a world and differentiate between what's illusory, the illusion, and the reality, like the Matrix. We think that what we see is real, but it's an illusion. There's a reality behind. There are algorithms going behind Hashem's world. So when we lack the mindfulness of the self-awareness to realize that we're living in a world that's an illusion, we think that we have a grip on reality. We think what we see is true, and we have the accurate picture, and we call the shots, and we have the insight, and we know what's going on, then we're destined to trip, to fall, we're destined to bump into things, and worse, we're destined to make mistakes and attribute things that aren't there. The same is true in terms of the material and corporeal world. It's the darkness of night, not to our literal eye, our anatomical eye, but the mind's eye, the capacity to see the world. And it makes the same mistake. Either we fail to see the impediments which make us fall. So what are we doing? You know, sometimes you have children. You could have children, not sometimes. Please God, we have children. Sometimes you have children who their problem is they're too fearful. They're filled with anxiety. They don't want to take 2 steps. But you know what's even more dangerous? The children who are fearless, who run everywhere and jump off of everything and climb anywhere. And they think that they are immortal. They think that nothing can stop them. They climb, they run, they jump, they skip. And it's even more frightening to be the parent of a fearless child than a fearful child, because they don't have an accurate understanding of the dangers of this world. And they think that they are, as I said, immortal, that nothing can bring them down. But we make that mistake, if not physically, spiritually. We think that we are immortal. We don't see the dangers, the impediments, the obstacles that loom. We don't understand. If you look at that, if you go to that place, if you behave in that way, if you hang out with those people, if you nurture that impulse, it's going to make you trip. It's going to make you fall. It's going to bring you down. It's going to be self-destructive. It's going to sabotage your success. We don't see it. So the first step is to understand we're living in a dark world. It's a dark place. Now we have the light switch. We have the switch. It's amazing. We have the Wemo on your phone, or the switch on the wall, or however you want to turn the lights on. Literally, we have it on the phone or the wall. It's called Torah. Ora zu Torah, the Gemara Megillah. Torah is light. Literally, the word Torah comes from the word or. It's Horah, it's an instruction manual, but that comes from or. It's the light switch. And when you turn the light on in the room, when you turn the light on in the world, as we said last week, it doesn't eliminate the obstacles and the impediments. It doesn't take them away. But imagine you're going through the blind museum, and all of a sudden they let you use a flashlight or a glow stick or turn the light on. So it doesn't take away all the obstacle, the furniture, the things in the room. You still have to move around them or climb over them in order to get to the other side. But now you can see them. So now you're not at danger, not at risk of tripping over them. So we are blessed, we are privileged to be given that light switch, the manual. Here we are groping through the dark, trying to figure out on our own. And we've got bumps and bruises and black and blue marks because we keep falling and we keep bumping into other people and knocking them down with us. And we have the light switch, we have access, just turn it on. Open it, study it, read it, listen to it. And understand, allow it to navigate. It's the GPS of our lives. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They don't know what they're tripping over. They don't even realize that language, that those jokes, that mindset, that without watching those things, we don't understand how it's corroding our soul. These fools feel secure as a large structure, and when they fall, they don't see it coming at all. It's like the fearless child. It's a blessing to get a skinned knee, because then you learn the lesson. But as a parent, it's very painful to watch. But that fearless child doesn't know that it was dangerous till it's too late. They didn't see it coming. That maybe that was a little too high to jump down. That maybe that was a little too distant to jump across. That maybe that was a little too ambitious to try to conquer. They're fearless, and until it hurts, and they're crying, and they're bruised, and bandaged, they didn't realize how dangerous it was. And so it is in our world and in our lives. We flirt with the edge, and we play the risks, and we take on impediments because we're in this dark world trying to navigate. And we're sabotaging and undermining our own success, and sometimes we don't realize it until it's too late, until we're trying to bandage ourselves up, until we're trying to recover from the pain of the broken relationship, or of the broken soul, or of the broken feeling that this isn't the best version of who we can be. So that's the first mistake we make. The second is worse. When you start to see bad things and you think it's good. No, those religious fanatic people, they're not real. I'm real. It's really real to do it this way. So we justify, we rationalize, we defend, because it's cognitive dissonance. It's incompatible, the life I want to lead and the life I'm supposed to lead, so I pretend that the life I'm supposed to lead matches with the life I want to lead, rather than make the life I want to lead match with the life I'm supposed to lead. And we fool ourselves in our mind's eye, we convince ourselves that even that which is dangerous for us is healthy for us. And that's even more dangerous. To not see the impediment, to trip over it, but to learn from it after the fact, it's bad. Nobody wants to learn that way. But it's better than actually trying to justify or rationalize to transform that which is negative and defend and argue that it's something which is positive. So if we're sick and tired of tripping and falling in the dark, it's time to turn on the light. We have access to that light switch, which will not eliminate the impediments, but help us navigate to the other side. Have a great day.